I will make your announcement. Make your announcement now. Because once they're going to start coming down.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Principal Mike Ruick and Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Jeff DeLallo welcome you to Patriot Stadium here at Wayne Hills High School for tonight's North Jersey Super Football Conference game between the visiting Indians of Passaic High School and the home team Patriots of Wayne Hills. This game is being conducted under the rules of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Accordingly, any negative verbal, written, or unbecoming conduct with regard to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and will be cause for immediate ejection from the stadium. Additionally, penalties may be assessed against the offending individual's team. It is requested that we take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship, avoiding any action that would jeopardize the safety of players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. We are reminded that our student athletes are deserving of respect by all those in attendance. Let us comply with these simple requests. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game.
His card is right there. I don't know exactly where he is. I didn't even know that the seniors are still down there. No, the seniors, once I start playing the music again, you know, they didn't tell me anything, so I got to go by what I see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Hills High School continues its time-honored tradition of recognizing our senior cheerleaders and football players by introducing them along with their family members. They are to be congratulated for their dedication, commitment, and contribution to school spirit over their 4-year high school careers in what probably is best described as patriot pride. Let us begin with the introductions with our senior cheerleaders. Caitlin Alexander, escorted by her parents Karen and Bob, brother Christian, sister Brooke is here in spirit. Gianna Betts, escorted by her parents George and Marissa Betts. Lucy Bonchek, escorted by her mom and dad Denise and John Bonchek and her sister Lexi. Leah Caruso, escorted by her parents Hillary and Jason and sister Amelia. Harley Collins, escorted by her parents Rob and Cindy Collins. Amy Farias, escorted by her parents Gladys and Sam. Jules Jaffe, escorted by her parents Cindy and Steve, brother Justin, and sister Alex.
I understand it might be a little crowded, but you know, don't have that much space.
Victoria Galandowitz, escorted by her parents Rich and Danielle and sister Sophia. Irene Lignos, escorted by her parents John and Sophia and brother Manoli. Serena Ramirez, escorted by her parents Cindy and Lenny, her brother Tyler, and sister Samantha. Eden Rivera, escorted by her mother Rena and her brothers Elijah, Ezra, and sister-in-law Lindsay. Kayla Sanchez, escorted by her parents Victor and Stacy, sister Alyssa, and grandmother Sharon. Natalie Scanlon, escorted by her parents Carol and Bill, and sister Victoria. Zoe Silverman, escorted by her parents Lisa and Brett and brother Hunter. And now for our senior football players. Ben and Cassandra Contella, escorted by their parents Cindy and Ben Contella. Christopher Balduzzi, escorted by his parents Renato and Gina Balduzzi and his sister Victoria. Nick Biondo, escorted by his parents Sal and Trish. AJ Conti, escorted by his parents Anthony and Dara, brother Scott, and sister Madeline. John Donato, escorted by his parents Bernice and John Donato and his sister Isabella. Matt Garrity, escorted by his parents Jim and Raheel and brother Danny. Noah Heller, escorted by his parents John and Alicia and sisters Myla and Olivia. Jeremy Coburn, escorted by his parents Jennifer and Louis and his brother Jason. Brandon Letterman, escorted by his parents Dawn and Barry. Joe Rena, escorted by his parents Jody and Joe and brothers Matt, Dan, and Nikki. Angel Roman, escorted by his parents Damaris and Angel and his sister Lourdes. Anthony Severiano, escorted by his parents Michael and Vanessa. Ryan Song, escorted by his mom Kara. Edith Value, escorted by his parents Sefti and Arbena and brothers Rakib, Patri, and Samir. Ryan White, escorted by his parents Kathleen and Jasper and brother Brandon. And ladies and gentlemen, an appropriate round of applauses in order for our senior cheerleaders and players. And ladies again, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Hills will continue this evening the new program, the Wayne Hills Football Staff Recognition Award, is voted on solely by the players on the football team, and we recognize staff members that have supported our athletes and our program. And this evening, Gary Maiello and Andrew Potts are to be recognized. We thank them for their dedication, efforts, and support. And we take the time now to acknowledge you and say thank you. Mr. Maiello and Mr. Potts will be our honorary cannoneers this evening as the Patriot Cannon is fired after our starting lineup introduction. The officials in tonight's game, the referee Lenny Banks, the umpire Anthony Allen, the linesman Amir Allen, the line judge Ronald Brown, the field judge Donald Whitaker, the side judge Tim Dunn, and the clock operator Paul Gannon. The captains will meet at midfield. For the Passaic Indians, number 4, Jonathan Lucero, and number 50, Khoi Jackson. And for the Patriots, number 17, Joe Arena, number 7, Matt Garrity, number 53, Angel Roman, and number 21, Ben Cantello. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Patriot Marching Band.
Hello and welcome to Patriot Stadium, where the Indians of Passaic High School are playing your Wayne Hills Patriots. I am Noah Sandler, and I am pleased to be joined by Jason Hook and Jake Talerico for the third Wayne Hills football game of the year. The Patriots enter into tonight with a record of 1-1. To get here, they lost in Week 1 in Harrisonville, Missouri, 37-38, and they defeated Patterson Kennedy High School last week with a score of 32-7. Now let's hear some key players for tonight's game. Jason, who is your key player?
My key player for today's game is Joey Rena, the quarterback. In the last game, he was 5 for 9 with a 1 passing touchdown and 92 yards. He also did amazing when it came to rushing with 35 yards and a rushing touchdown. He's really a jack of all trades on the field, and I'd love to see what he can do today.
And now, Jake, who is your key player?
My key player for today's game is Ben Cantello. Last game versus Patterson, he had 37 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns. And then on defense, he plays contribution at outside linebacker with 5 total tackles. But on offense, he was getting the ball handed to him very often, especially down the red zone. That's why he racked up the 3 touchdowns.
And now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Wayne Hills for the rest of the season. So tonight is Passaic, followed by home versus Ridgewood next week, and then away at Irvington and Pascack Valley. Back home against Ramapo, one of their biggest rivals. And then that's 2 weeks in a row of a rivalry game. On October 22nd, they're playing Wayne Valley at Wayne Valley. That is going to be a really great game, a game to remember from this season. And then to close out the season on October 29th, they are home against Northern Highlands. Really great schedule. Starting off with a little bit of softer teams, and they're really going to work their way up as the season goes on, especially as they get into Ramapo and Valley. Now, coin toss just finishing up at the 50-yard line. To take us in the first half today, we will have Jake Talerico, and we will be joined by Jason Hook in the second half tonight. Jake, what are your thoughts on this game tonight?
I think it's going to be a pretty close game, but I definitely see the Hills offense take over just like how they did last week. They put up about 28 points there just in the first half alone. I'm expecting them to do the same exact thing this game, and it was definitely a trenches game for both teams between Patterson and Wayne Hills.
Now, getting ready to kick off tonight on a cool night here at Wayne Hills, 72 degrees with some rain in the forecast. Jeremy Coburn out there to kick.
Jesse Valdez, number 9, and number 22, Jameer Hansford, deep to return the kickoff.
We got Valdez and Chambers out in the back for Passaic to receive this kickoff by Coburn. And we're off, and tonight's divisional matchup is underway against Passaic High School.
Oh my God.
Flag already down on the field.
Yeah, that's not going to be a good start. That will start. Not sure what the high school rule is. Should be about on the 40-yard line since the kick went out of bounds. Looks like it will be the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 on their 30.
The quarterback for this Passaic High School team is Joe Jackson, the junior, who's a pretty good player. We don't know too much about this Passaic team. We have some stats on them, and we know that his top receiver is Jameer Diaz, so we'll be looking for that connection between Joe Jackson and Jameer Diaz tonight. Passaic has the ball on the 40-yard line because that kick did go out of bounds. It's first down. That's taken for a run for a loss of for no gain on that first down try. Immediately stopped in by Ben Cantilla, I believe that was, along with a few other players.
Yeah, Ben Cantilla right in there with a perfect form tackle. Brought him to the ground easily.
When I was speaking to a few of the players this week, they're expecting this game to be a pretty easy one for them. Obviously, no game is easy. Always have to try your hardest. But out of their schedule, this should be one of the easier ones, especially with Ramapo and Valley coming up later on in the season. Second down, and he is immediately taken down for a loss of 2 yards. Ben Cantella taking him down again, along with Mackay Gray and a few others.
Yeah, it looked like Tayshin was also coming off the edge there. Laid a big hit. Definitely last game we saw with Patterson, they could not get the run game going, and already it looks to be 3rd and 13 here.
Hogan made that tackle, number 3.
Third down and 12 here on the 38-yard line. Now that's handed off again, and he is taken down, and that was a gain of 7. It's now 4th down, and it looks like the punt team is coming out.
Yeah, Matthew Garrity got off the block there on the far side of the field and just got his ankles, but it definitely looked like he had a little bit of a hole there with only Joey Rena behind Matt Garrity. Thank God he made the tackle.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Rena, he's the quarterback, but he's also great on defense, making some great tackles. Low snap there, and that's punted back and is out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, not a very good kick there. Only went about 32 yards on the kick. Mackay Gray was back, but he had no chance to make a play on the ball.
First and 10 Patriots on the 27.
27-yard line, the Patriots have the ball. First down, Rena out on the field. He is number 17 if you're looking out for him. Flag down on the field.
Definitely going to be offsides there by the defense. Yes, it was.
Offsides against the Indians, 5-yard penalty.
Offsides, now it's going to be 1st and 5 with 9:44 to go in the first quarter.
First play of the game. Patriots already know what they're going to do. Start with the hard count.
And that was ran by Ben Cantilla on the carry for no gain. Second down and 5.
No gain on the play.
On the close side of the field, the receivers are Jeremy Coburn and Matt Garrity, and then on the far side, I see Mackay Gray, number 6.
Yep, really strong offensive core here for this team. And that's handed off again to Ben Cantilla for a gain of 2.
Again on the carry.
It will now be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to see a trenches game here between both sides.
Tackle number 11.
I'm sure Patriots are going to want to establish the run game like they did last week, especially with Ben Cantilla and then also John Sees and Josh Beck behind him.
And that ball taken by Rena, and he's back. It almost intercepted by number 8 for Passaic. He was really deep down in his own zone. That was Jameer Diaz on him, who took him down. That pass was intended for Ryan Song, but it was nowhere near him, and it was almost intercepted. It is now 4th down and 2.
Yeah, Joey Rena on the play action pass, rolling out to his right. Trying to do a little bit too much. Should have definitely thrown that ball out of bounds or in the dirt. Tried to force it in. It was almost cost him an interception.
Number 8 is identified on our roster.
Seems to be a hurt player.
Matt
Passaic as he's
Quagliana.
walking off the field.
Yep, Matt Quagliana out there to punt on 4th and 2.
Valdez deep to return the punt.
Low snap. Quagliana is able to pick it up. And that goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Punt definitely could have been better there. Went about 32 yards. Further than Passaic's punt. But great field position to start here for Passaic Valley. Excuse me, just Passaic.
The ball will be spotted on the Indian
8 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st down and 10 on the 44-yard line for Passaic. Some motion in the back, and that is handed off to Diaz for a gain of 8.
Yeah, Diaz a big running back going straight up the middle there. It looked like he even lined up at fullback, caught him a little bit off guard. Got to give him about almost 8 yards.
That was a great play, kind of a little bit of a fake there by Passaic. Kind of fooled the defense, but defense was able to pick him up and was able to take him down. Again, 2nd down and 2 here with 7:41 to go in the first quarter. That's handed off again to Diaz, and he is stopped just short.
number 2 on the carry.
Yeah, they're trying that same inside dive play. Handing it off to basically in the fullback position there for the running back Diaz. Only got 1 yard that time.
Will be 3rd and a
It's
yard.
3rd down and 1 here. Wayne Hill's defense looking for a stop, along with Matt Lehman, Mike Fronicola, Angel Roman, and a bunch of others there on that defensive line.
Yeah, Angel Roman also seemed to be in on that tackle there.
And that ball is good for a 1st down and a few more yards. Defensive line there was not able to stop him.
That was a great push by the offensive line for Passaic. Got it right off the ball, got about 4 yards.
Yep, QB sneak on that play. Joe Jackson again, the quarterback for Passaic. We should also note that tonight was senior night, as you may have seen earlier in our broadcast. All the seniors came out with their players, with their parents, including the cheerleaders and football players. So, especially towards the second half, I'm expecting to see a little bit more of the senior players come out onto the field. Some that we really haven't seen much at all this season, which could be a little bit exciting for this team.
Yeah, that was, it's been 6 straight runs here for Passaic. 3 on the first drive and now 3 on this drive, but they did get a 1st down.
That's taken for a run again for a gain of just 1.
Number 6 on the carry.
Yeah, trying to establish the run game early, hopefully opening up the pass game.
Shim on the tackle.
Tay Shim along with Angel Roman on that tackle there.
2nd and 9.
And last week, the Patriots are very good against the run, so I'm sure Passaic knows that. They want to establish it early, see if they can start off hot as they're now progressing on the Patriots side of the field.
Yep, I'm sure they've watched some film of Hills and kind of know what this defense is like, and looking out for some certain plays, and vice versa, along with Hills to Passaic. 2nd down and 9 here. And that's handed off, almost taken down there. Almost taken down by Angel Roman, and then he eventually gets a gain of about 1 yard there.
Angel Roman in the backfield got stiff-armed. Only resulted in about a 2-yard run.
Yep. 3rd down here yet again at the 41-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 8.
Still yet to pass on 3rd and 8. I'm expecting a pass. I do not think they can get a run here for 8 or more yards. This will be the first pass of the game.
That's kind of what their mentality kind of has been so far in this game, kind of running on definitely 1st down, maybe 2nd down, and 3rd down, looking to pass.
Yeah, 9 runs in a row for this team. This sure has to be a pass. It looked to be a timeout.
Yep, timeout taken there by Passaic with 4:27 to go in the 1st quarter. No score here at Wayne Hills High School. Again, 3rd down and 8.
I'm sure the Patriots are ready for a pass here, but they could be surprised with a run, as Passaic had a pretty decent run of 8 yards, which is exactly what they need here. Wayne Hills jogging back out on the field. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the 1st quarter. This will be 3rd and 8 here for the Indians.
.427 to go. Looking for a big pass play here. Deep back to pass, and that is broken up.
That would be an incomplete pass forced by Emmanuel Darkwa.
Emmanuel Dankwa there breaking that pass up. Almost got an interception, but at least he broke that up.
He was back in the backfield very quickly. They tried the first pass of the game. As I said, the quarterback has to get in a groove to start getting ready to pass the ball. First pass did not work, rolled out to his left. Would have to throw cross body. It definitely didn't work as Emmanuel was right in the backfield.
Punting again. Mackay Gray is back there to receive. Flag down on the field. Mackay makes the catch, and it's taken to the 40 and to the 50 until he is finally taken down. But there was a flag down on the play, but he did get it to the 47-yard line approximately.
Yeah, I hope that counts. What a beautiful play by Mackay Gray. Almost walked up to the ball very slowly and then played it off, and he got about a 20-yard gain on the return.
Yeah, he wasn't quite sure what to expect. Not sure who that penalty was against or if there even was one on the play. It seems like there will be no penalty. Excuse me, that was a legal motion against the Indians, and that penalty was declined, of course, by Wayne Hills. It's now 1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line with 4:11 to go in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, if that penalty is declined, the Indians get a redo punt. Obviously, Wayne Hills would never do that. That's just a little bit of a fact as Joey Rena comes back out on the field, hoping to get some points on the board.
And that's taken for a run by Ben Cantella. He gets it to the 30-yard line where he is finally taken down.
Started with a 4-yard run and then comes up big with about a 15-yard gain there by Ben Cantella. big gap there by the offensive line, getting such a good push off the ball in the past couple games.
What a run by Ben Cantella on that play for about 15 yards, a little bit more. First down at the 31-yard line. And that's handed off to John Seas. And John Seas takes it for a loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, definitely could have been worse. He was almost wrapped up there in the backfield. It could have been easily a loss of 5. Only managed to minimize the loss to about 3.
2nd and 12 on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, see our snack stand for delicious burgers, dogs, fries, and chicken fingers.
Wayne Hill is running the ball many times on this drive. I'm expecting for Joey Rena to drop back one of these plays.
Little bit of confusion there on the play call. But the entire team is set. And that's quickly passed over to Mekhi Gray, who is knocked out of bounds at the 24-yard line.
Looked like he'll just be short of the first down there. Or maybe they will give it to him. No, it looks like he'll be about 2 yards short of the first down. Now be 3rd and 2.
Great pass there, nice and quick. Didn't want to get attacked by the defense there. It was an obviously set play call. Mekhi was open. That was really great there by Rena.
Yeah, Mekhi Gray is such a great athlete, as we saw his punt return earlier in his big game last week.
Rena hands it off to Seas, and he is taken down at the 15-yard line.
John Seas is just so fast that it's just so hard to make a tackle on him. Seems too easy, as once there's a tiny hole, he just gets right through it.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter here. And that's handed off to Seas again. And is taken down at the 11-yard line, inching closer into the red zone.
Yeah, they're liking John Seas on this drive. Has about 15 yards total rushing.
Yep, Seas has been in for the past few plays, trying to give Cantella a little bit of a break. They're kind of splitting time. Both are really good players. Obviously, Cantella the senior and Seas the junior, but they're both really great. And that's handed off to Seas, who takes it in for the touchdown. John Seas again on the carry. 6-0 Wayne Hills to start off the scoring here with 2:11 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, taken right up to the right side of the offensive line there. John Seas went right in, took the contact, and fell right into the end zone.
Really great for Wayne Hills to start this off here. And now out for the extra point is Coburn, held by Cantella. And the extra point is good. 7-0 to start off tonight's game.
Yeah, Ben Cantella started that drive at running back, and then they decided to lean on John Seas towards the end of that drive. Besides the Mekhi Gray pass, he basically had all the yards.
Yep. I mean, both as I was saying earlier, both of them look great. They're both great players. Coach Demikoff decided to go with Seas a little bit more on that drive than he did to Cantella.
Ladies and gentlemen, again recognizing our platinum sponsors, All County Apparel.
Yeah, definitely a surprise there. Ben Cantella, the senior, especially it's on senior night. You expect to see a senior play more, but they needed a score. Now with 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go, they're up 7-0.
Yeah, I feel like if they do get a substantial lead here, I feel like a little bit later in the game they're going to try to put some of the seniors in just because it's senior night. They want to give them that opportunity. Because some of these seniors we really haven't seen much this season because there's so many good juniors and sophomores, especially juniors, that really hold some spots on this team. Coburn out for the kickoff. really deep kick there. And he's going to take it for a run.
A little bit of a spin move there. Obviously didn't get him anymore.
Yep, that kick was perfectly placed at about the 1 or 2 yard line. And the receiver decided to take it for himself.
Brought down by a platoon of Patriots.
2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, Hills up 1-0. And the Passaic Indians with the ball now.
Ball on the 14-yard line, 1st and 10 Indians.
Indians with the ball again. They had a decent drive down in the Patriots' territory, just couldn't get anything out of it, as the Patriots defense made a great stand and forced them to punt.
First down and 10 here for Passaic. That was for a gain of 1 on that run. Defensive line there was pretty good at making the stop. Saw Anthony Savarino out there, along with Mike Fernicola, Manuel Danqua, and Angel Roman there on that defensive line. Angel Roman, Mike Fernicola, and Emmanuel Danqua usually take the bulk of the plays on defense, and Savarino and Lehman kind of switch out at that defensive tackle role. Savarino in at this moment. For a carry again, here is Diaz. And Diaz takes it to the 41-yard line when he is pushed out of bounds by Emmanuel Danqua.
Yeah, Joey Rena couldn't wrap him up there. Back as a safety. Not a good play by the Patriots defense. Seems like they bet on the inside there, and the running back bounced it outside. It was just a big gap that he could not resist to not take.
1 minute and 7 to go in the first quarter. That was a pretty good carry there, kind of breaking through that D-line, avoiding the secondary.
This guy's been here for 3 years, but he wasn't on the offense. Yeah, he's not there. He's a lot better than.
First down and 10 here from the 42-yard line. That's taken again for another carry, plunging through the defensive line for a gain of 7 yards. Diaz yet again, as I was saying earlier, he is one of the best players on this team, really getting a lot of carries.
And Mackay Gray took that tackle there.
Yep, so far in the season, in his 2 games, he has 111 yards for an average of 12 yards per carry.
Patriots defense giving up a little bit big runs here. Second down and about 3.
And that's handed off again. And was immediately met by Mike Fernicola, who wasn't able to take him down. But Angel Roman was there to take over for Mike.
Yeah, Mike Fernicola was in the backfield. It almost seemed like the ball wasn't even snapped yet. He was in the backfield, made the initial contact, could not get him down, but Patriots rallied back as the first quarter comes to an end here, and the Patriots will run over to switch sides.
Yep, Hills up 7-0 in this game so far. At the end of the first quarter, we've seen some really great plays both on offense and defense by Hills. Obviously having the lead right now, but Passaic has looked pretty good too. They've made some nice offensive plays, a few long runs, couple of third down conversions, which is really great to see from this Passaic team. Both teams are in a quick huddle here in between the first and second quarter.
Yeah, Passaic having a good drive. It is third down. They're just about on the big W in the middle of the field. Still 7-0 as Patriots scored on the previous drive with a touchdown run by John Sees.
I believe there's some rain in the forecast for tonight. It's not quite here yet. Weather's looked on and off all week. I'm not sure if the rain's going to come here tonight.
Yes, the nightclub and restaurant, see them in Passaic for fun events and great food.
It's 3rd down and 5 here for Passaic on the other side of the field. Going to the right of your screens now. Big play here. And that's handed off to Diaz, who's taken down for a gain of 1 and forces the 4th down.
Yeah, and Emmanuel Dankwa seems like he's everywhere. He had the one play, he chased the runner down about 20 yards down the field, and he came away all the way from the opposite side on the far side of the field to make the tackle. He just seems like he just come here to play tonight.
Yep, that's true for a bunch of guys on this team.
Seems like the defense always allows a couple runs or a couple decent plays, and they get to around midfield, and Passaic just can't get anything after that.
Back for the punt. And that goes out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, not so great field position to start here for the drive as Joey Rena comes back out on the field after just playing safety. 11 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. Patriots need to score on this drive, only being up by 7.
Again, continuing with our platinum sponsors and lawyers, LLP, a law firm with
1st down and 10 from the 24-yard line. And that's taken for himself by Rena, who avoids the tackle and goes for the 1st down, but a flag is down on the field.
I'm not sure what that flag's going to be, but what a great run by Joey Rena with the stiff arm. Could have been a loss if he actually didn't make that stiff arm play, as the referees are trying to decide what happened here. Maybe it'll be a hold on, looks like Makai Gray. As they're discussing. Yep, it looks like it'll be on Makai Gray.
Yep.
in the back against the Patriots.
And that will be taken, I believe, right back. Yep, taken right back where they started.
Yeah, that should just, Joey Arena just got a little past the 1st down. Definitely will be a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty from the point of the
As then now they start on the 31-yard line. So it was a gain of 2.
First down and 8, they're calling it. I believe that was the spot of the foul. And here's a beat it. Here's Rena in the back who passes it to Makai Gray. Makai Gray takes it to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. And he is finally taken down at the 10-yard line. What a pass by Joey Rena to Makai Gray, who gets tackled at the 10-yard line.
Makai Gray is just too fast. Went up the sideline, beat out multiple defenders with just his speed. Ended up getting beat out just around the 11-yard line. Makai Gray made up for that block in the back penalty as he comes out the game after a huge run of about 60 yards.
It looks like, I'm not sure what's going on here. The play is brought back. Oh no, it looks like they are staying. A little bit of confusion. I thought I saw a flag, but I didn't see it anymore, so I wasn't sure if they picked it up or something. Looks like that will be good for the 1st down.
Maybe that was excessive celebration warning on Mackay Gray, as I did see Coach Demikoff a little bit upset after they started walking back, but it ended up working out after just a massive play by Mackay Gray.
First down at the 12-yard line. After an amazing play by Rena to Mackay Gray, some great motion in the back by Rena to avoid the defender and find Mackay Gray open.
Looks like that'll be a timeout called by Passaic.
That's their second timeout of the game, so they only have one remaining with 10:37 to go in the first quarter. Hills up 7-0.
Wrapping up our platinum sponsors, Sean and Real Estate Group, for all your real estate needs. That's Ariana Sicily, God's Group, and Wells Fargo Advisors for a full range of financial products and services.
Still a 7-0 lead here for the Patriots as they're now in the red zone after the big play by Mackay Gray. Just about on the 11-yard line with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
Yep, that was John C's on that first touchdown there in the first quarter. And now we're in the second as Hills is looking for their second score of the game.
Yeah, back to that play by Mackay Gray. I really thought he was going to get tackled much earlier, but he ended up evading the tackle, but he was just met on a great angle play by the Passaic Valley defender.
Back to Rena, who hands it off and is taken down. That was Ben Cantella on the carry, taken down at the 5-yard line by the Passaic defense. It's now 2nd and 5.
Big play. Mackay Gray comes back into the game. Definitely seems like they're going to feed Ben Cantella after they gave John C's the last touchdown.
Out of the huddle now. 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. And that's handed off to Cantella. And Cantella takes it in for the touchdown. His first of the game. Touchdown, Ben Cantella on the handoff.
Ben Cantella takes it to the outside. Just outbeats every defender. And there was one player left, but barely even made a play against him. Ben Cantella was too fast around the edge.
Yep, ran right into the corner of the end zone there. It is now 13-0 with 9:48 to go in the second quarter.
Now both running backs, or the 1 and 2 running backs on the team, have scored touchdowns.
Coburn out there again. A bad snap there on the extra point, but Cantella's able to handle it, and the kick is good to make it 14-0 with 9:48 to go in the second quarter.
Matt Quagliana is 2 for 2 in today's game. He struggled a little bit last game between his field goals and extra points, missed about 3 of them. Obviously did not matter in the blowout win versus Patterson. $14-0 lead in the second quarter for the Patriots after just a 1.5-minute drive. They were backed up around the 22-yard line, and the big play by Mackay Gray put them right into the red zone.
And Coburn kicks it deep into the Passaic side of the field. And that is taken by number 9 for Passaic to about the 27-yard line.
That was not good kickoff defense by the Patriots. That ball was kicked all the way to about the 2-yard line. I'm surprised he didn't let it go for a touchback. Definitely, they could have easily made the tackle around the 10 or 15-yard line, but they do let it go for 27.
Hills defense out there again. With 9:39 to go in the second quarter. First down and 10 for Passaic. That's handed off. And number 9 for Passaic is taken down for a loss of 3 yards. Second down and 12 here.
Patriots' run defense has just been too good in this game. They've stopped the run. They probably only have about 10 rushing yards so far, as it was the same thing last week.
And that is passed up in the air. That was to number 30 for Passaic, but it's quickly taken down as soon as he made that catch. But a flag is down on the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. It was thrown as soon as about the catch was made. There'll be a false start on the offense. After their first complete pass of the game, it gets taken away. .8:42 here in the second quarter as Patriots move forward, and
that is now it's taken back. It will be second down, and looks like it's about second down and 17. And that's handed off. Jamil Chalmers on the carry there for Passaic. It's now third down and 8.
Another third down here for Passaic. Patriots are making a really good stand so far, especially on this drive, looking to get the ball back and definitely score again.
Third and 9 here with 7:34 to go in the second quarter. And offsides. That was Mike Fernicola jumping offsides on that play. Wasn't even close there.
It's the second penalty of the game on the Patriots. First one was that block in the back by Makai Gray. Patriots are usually good when it comes to not having false starts or not jumping offsides. There isn't much passes in these first couple games for either side. Obviously, with the big plays by Makai Gray in back-to-back games show up on paper, but Joey Rena only completed 5 passes last game and only has 2 completions this game.
Now, third down and 4 on this play here for Passaic, looking for the first down here. Handed off, and is quickly taken down there at the line of scrimmage to force the fourth down yet again. Great defense by Wayne Hills there. I believe Mike Fernicola was in there kind of redeeming himself after that encroachment penalty. And And the Indians intending to punt here.
Yeah, it just shows they have no trust in their quarterback or their offense to even try and get a first down there. You're down by 14 halfway through the second quarter, and you don't give your quarterback a shot here to just try and get the first down. They give it to the running back and don't get anything.
And that is punted. And they're saying that punt was out of bounds. It didn't look like it was, but it's looking like. Also, notably here tonight for supporting the Hills team is David Deal, former two-time Super Bowl champion for the New York Giants. He's here in attendance at this game. He was on the O-line. Maybe that's leading to the success here a little bit tonight for this O-line. He's been here since the pregame. We were kind of watching him warm up with the guys, kind of coached him a little bit, give them a little bit of tips, and he's down there on the sideline being a little bit of an offensive line coach.
Yeah, it's very uncommon, especially here at Wayne Hills, to see NFL guest appearances.
And here is John Sees on the carry. And Sees takes it to the 40 and is taken down at the 30-yard line by Passaic. What a carry there by John Sees.
What a run by John Sees, taking it to the outside, cutting all the way across to the middle of the field. Unfortunately, gets tackled around the 26, 27-yard line. He is just too fast when it comes around the edge.
That was an explosion of a play there. I wasn't expecting that. He kind of had some nice moves against those defenders, but was able to make it to the 28-yard line all the way from the other side of the 50. And Tarina to the end zone. Matt Garahy on the reception there in the end zone for Hills' third touchdown of the game. 20-0, Wayne Hills with 5:29 to go in the second quarter.
What a perfect throw by Joey Rena, stepping back in the pocket. Lays it perfectly to Matt Garrity over the shoulder. There was no way a defender was going to make on play of that, and that was only a spot where Matt Garrity can catch the ball.
Touchdowns tonight by Sees, Cantella, and now Garahy. And Coburn out there for the extra point. Perfectly kicked there for the extra point. 21-0. 5:29 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Jeremy Coburn has found a spot with the kicking. 3 for 3 here on PATs. And back to what we were talking about earlier with David Deal. You do see him on the sideline high-fiving the offensive line, mostly, obviously, because he was an offensive guard for the Giants. But he is involved on the sidelines, definitely helping out the players.
Yep, he was on the Giants for his entire career. What a great career he had. Again, there's 2 Super Bowl wins. Now we're awaiting the kick by Coburn. And deep kick there. And
That's our ball.
That looks like it might have been touched there by Passaic, and that could be the Patriots' ball. And that will be Patriots' ball.
that is Wayne Hill's ball on that play. I didn't see it, but I believe it was.
Yeah, it looks like the returner was expecting the ball to bounce the end zone, like I said earlier. What a beautiful kick. But since he did touch the ball, and John Sears jumped right on it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what just happened there, but it must have been touched by Passaic or something, because now they have the ball at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, not a very heads-up player by Passaic. Down 21-0. They need to pick up that ball, just jump on it. Even if you get the ball on the 4, it doesn't matter as long as you keep possession.
And that's handed off to Cantella and is in for the touchdown. His second touchdown of the night. Makes it 27-0 right after they just scored a touchdown. That is 2 in a row there. Not really sure what happened. Would love to see the replay on that play. Must have been touched by Passaic, and it was quickly covered there on that kick by Ryan Song. And I believe John Sees was there as well.
Yeah, 3 rushing touchdowns between the running backs, John Sees and Ben Cantella. Last drive, John Sees got him in the range for that Matt Garrity reception. And now Ben Cantella finishes off the easy run. Jeremy Coburn gets that through there. 4 for 4, now taking a 28-0 lead in the second quarter. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I mean, these last 3 touchdowns happened pretty quickly within each other.
Yeah, that was about in 30 seconds difference. They scored 2 touchdowns. Yeah, and back to the play where the Patriots got the ball on the 4-yard line. It definitely, the returner touched the ball, and once you touch it, it's a live ball. Any team can recover it, so the Patriots instantly jump on the ball, having good football IQ. Gives them a free touchdown.
Yep, here in the first half here, up 28-0, 5:25 to go in the second quarter.
And that's their 3rd touchdown here and only halfway through the second quarter.
Now, Coburn to kick again. Passaic hoping that the same thing doesn't happen again. And that is safely caught by Passaic and kind of tripped over himself and is down at the 26.
Second drive of the second quarter here for Passaic. They had another 3 and out on the last drive. Forced them to punt, gave the Patriots the ball, they scored, and then obviously the Patriots just got the ball back and they scored once again.
First down and 10 here from the 25. And taken down there by Matthew Garrity on that play. Tonight also noticeably, the student section is very large, almost to the back of the bleachers. I believe there's only 2 or 3 rows open in the back. It's red, white, and blue theme here tonight, with many students here coming out to support their team. And I could only expect the size of it to grow throughout the night and also throughout the season as these games get bigger and bigger against more of their divisional opponents.
Yeah, this is a game that most people thought they were going to win. Even last week, most people thought they were going to win this game. And the student section is basically full. I can't imagine a game like Ramapo, one of their rivals, and especially Wayne Valley, even though we are away. I would expect to see a big student section there also.
Yep, the bleachers there usually get pretty filled up there with the Hill student section when they play an away game. And now it's taken for a carry. And is taken down right near the end zone at the 3-yard line by Emmanuel Dankwa.
I'm not sure what the running back was doing there. He tried to make Emmanuel think that he was going the other way. It did not work. That's almost a loss of 10 yards.
At the 6-yard line, Passaic with the ball.
So far, not good drives for Passaic. Always in a 3rd down, it seems like. And they can't get anything going with the run game, and they obviously do not feel that comfortable with the passing game, so they're relying on a run game that is not there.
Yep, 3rd and 30 on this play. they're most certainly going to be looking to pass here with 4 receivers out there. And they took that for a run. I believe the quarterback, Joe Jackson, took that for a run there.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go on the Patriots defensive line. As I said even before the game started, it was going to be a trenches game. Obviously, Wayne Hills does have 3 rushing touchdowns. They do have a couple big passing plays, 1 for a touchdown. But their defensive line and offensive line have been outstanding. Makai Gray back to return. This also could result in another touchdown. 2 minutes and 45 seconds and counting down. Makai Gray lined up about the 30-yard line with a 20-yard turn on his last punt return. This punter kicks it. Looks like that will go out of bounds. Nope, it will stay in and looks like it will be touched by Passaic around the 34-yard line.
The punt is down on the 34-yard.
I'm sure here, senior night, the second half, we'll definitely see a lot of seniors out on the field, and we're also starting to see more of them come out now. Ben Cantella will probably finish this first half drive. Or excuse me. Yeah, finish this first half drive. Maybe we can see the second team and third team come in, taking a big lead.
Yep, not as many starters. I mean, we see Matt Quagliana out there now, along with a few others. 2:24 to go in the second quarter, and the whistle is blown.
It looks like that would be a timeout. Most likely by Passaic. I'm not sure if Wayne Hills took a timeout, probably just trying to wind the clock, unless they are trying to score and take a 35-point lead.
That was a timeout by Passaic, so they're out of timeouts now. Hills still with all 3 of theirs. They haven't taken one yet tonight. They haven't really needed to. I mean, they've been playing great. Seems like Coach Demikoff really hasn't had too much to say to this team.
Yeah, they know their game plan coming into the game is start the run game off early. And as we see, it opens up multiple big pass plays with the Makai Gray. 60-yard catch going all the way down the field, ends up in a score. And then the Matt Garrity touchdown reception.
First down and 10 for Hills. 2:24 to go with the ball on the 34-yard line. And that's handed off to John Seas on that carry. John Seas takes it to the house for a touchdown.
John Seas is running all across the field, starting on the left, ended up all the way on the right side of the field. He's done that a couple times tonight and has over 100 rushing yards in this game.
34-yard touchdown run for John Seas. His second of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your 50-50s
Now that is the 4th rushing touchdown here for the Patriots. 2 by Ben Cantella and 2 by John Seas.
Coburn out there looking to go 5 for 5 on extra points tonight. Again, that was Seas' second touchdown of the night. And that extra point is good. 35-0. Again, touchdowns tonight. 2 by Cantella, 2 by Seas, and 1 by Matt Garrity to make the score 35-0 with 2:12 to go in the second quarter.
The long snaps are looking a bit shaky by Mike Frenicola, but Ben Cantella has failed to miss one, and Jeremy Coburn has put him in every single time, 5 for 5.
Yep, again, Mike Frenicola a junior on the Patriots, being scouted by a few colleges. I've heard from him. Nothing to report yet, he said, but he's talking to a few colleges and getting a little bit of scouting going.
And here in the first half, 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go, the Patriots have had a total of 6 drives, 5 ending with a touchdown, except for their first one, which was a 3-and-out.
Kicked again by Coburn.
That kick was fumbled.
Yeah, he touched it, but he was able to pick it up. There was no player in maroon nearby.
Yeah, Passaic is definitely struggling there on the kickoff routine. Last time they touched the ball, Patriots get the ball. That time it almost ended badly again. Thank God he did pick it up and got to about the 15-yard line.
Now first down from the 17 for Passaic, looking to get at least a few points on the board here going into the half, so they at least have nothing, and without trying to avoid that 0 there on the scoreboard.
Let's see if Passaic might try and open up the playbook. 2 minutes left to go. Try and get a couple passes going. Have had multiple third downs in a row.
And that's handed off. For a gain of 5. Second down. Actually, that's going to be second down and 6 from the 21-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if Passaic does not want to make any more mistakes here and just takes it to the half. 1:30 and winding down.
Yeah, we definitely see a few other guys out there. We see Tashim, Nick Hogan. Second down. Direct snap there to number 6 for a gain of 1.
Taken down by linebacker Nick Hogan, coming out of his middle linebacker spot, making that play.
Yeah, Passaic kind of trying to change something up here, get something going with that direct snap there. Just a different type of play as the clock is winding down. We're under 1 minute with 45 seconds left in the first half. Not sure what Passaic is trying to do, if they're trying to just take it to the half or try to get something done here. The clock is at 30. It's third down and 5.
Yeah, this would be the last play of the half here. Patriots up 35-0.
See what they're going to do here. Taking it for a run for a gain of 2. And that will take it to the end of the half as we now hear the buzzer. Hills up 35-0. We've seen a really good half by Hills, dominating in this game 35-0. Well, that's the end of the first half here. Again, the score 35-0. Stay tuned for halftime performances by the marching band and the varsity cheer team, and then we will be back to bring you all of the second half action right here.
They lost to West Orange Saturday, but that West Orange team, freshman team, couldn't beat Kennedy's. They were that good. I mean, if they were all freshmen, I'd be very suspect. Yeah. Good, they're 1-1. They beat Ridgewood. Johnny got like 4 touchdowns. I know, we're actually playing on Monday. We're shaking on Monday. No, right. did not know 83. When Johnny got on the bus, there was barely 18, and I knew they all split all valley, but I really knew. That's about it. The 3-4 that played junior football. The whole line never played football. Quarterback never played football. He's a big kid. He's got a nice body. But never played. Well, yeah. You know that one. Joey's at
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band. They are 64 musicians strong, 10 color guard under the direction of Matt Paterno, Assistant Band Director Bo Card, Band Officers Drum Major Daryana Yoshenko, Drum Captain Tyler Weinman, Guard Captains Maya Lozea and Jessica Smith, President Sharon Heck, Vice President Eliani Carmaker, Secretary Bernadette Enriquez, Librarians Morgan Gaines, Amy Hecht, Samantha Huerta, Rathan Kumar, Publicity Officer Deepak Satish, Recruiting Officer Giselle Carlo, Equipment Managers Sam Dorf and William Marizix, John Silverston, Kevin Valencia, Uniform Manager Adit Malaji, Rookie Representative Aaron Hahn,
good wrestler.
their
Johnny's
field repertoire,
the girls graduated.
celebrations, youth, life, tradition, future.
No, it's Monday, it's 4:30. I'll let you know. I'll call you. I got your number. Athletic training. So, masters. Two. Of course. When we entered it, it was like supposed to be 1 year. And all of a sudden it's 2. Yeah, you know what? Their junior class is great. And their the sophomore class is shaky. It's small. They got a couple of decent kids. And then, Johnny's probably going to play the rest of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, an appropriate standing round of applause is in order for the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band. contest. Ladies and gentlemen, our microphone has been out, so an appropriate standing round of applause for our cheerleaders. There is $400 in the 50-50. We are doing the drawing at this moment. The winning number is 277667. 277667. Again, the winning number is 277667. Ladies and gentlemen, this week in Wayne Hills football history, the year is 2002. Wayne Hills defeated Mainland 25-24 on a last-minute field goal by Dave Adamo, led by Greg Olson and quarterback Brendan Monahan. The Patriots rallied from a 21-7 deficit. Hills finished the 2002 season 12-0, winning the first state championship in school history. Patriots were ranked number 2 in the state that year, and Mainland finished and was ranked 3rd in New Jersey. Wayne Hills history. One more time on the 50-50. 277 667. 277 667. Number 277667 must come to the booth to claim your portion of the 50-50. One more minute and we will draw again. remain to claim your portion of the 50-50. 277-667. 30 seconds remain. Two, 667. 15 seconds remain. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We will draw again.
Come on!
957-1910. 957-1910.
It's a blue ticket.
Nine, 957-1910. Nine, 957-1910. 30 seconds this time. We will now draw for the third time. Two, 7, 858. 2, 7, 8, 5, 5-8. We're going to ask you to raise your hand if you have checked your ticket again. Raise your hand. We have a winner.
And welcome back to Patriots Stadium with Noah Sandler, Jason Hook, Jake Talerico, and now we're specially joined by Luca Iannuzzi, an announcer here for 4 years. He graduated last year in 2020. He was the play-by-play guy last year. So we have Luca up in the booth with us tonight. Luca, give us a little bit of a recap on the first half.
Yeah, it's great to be back, Noah. Great to be back up here in the booth where I was for my 4 years here at Wayne Hills. So from what I've seen in the bleachers, an amazing start for Wayne Hills, especially on senior night. 35-0. Again, the running backs, both Ben Cantella and John Seas, reminiscent of the three-man running back core that Wayne Hills previously had when I was an underclassman here of Michael Joyce, Jojo Mongeli, and Adam Abita, the three-man running back core. It was a historic group of running backs, and these two are really doing amazing. A big offensive standout for both of them, and Ben Cantella coming back off of a season where he didn't play a single game, was out with an injury, got injured in the preseason last year, and coming in this year as a starting running back, he's been doing great, as well as John Seas, who got a little bit of playing time last year. They've really shown up. Makai Gray, great at wide receiver, as well as Matthew Garrity. They got some playing time last year, so I'm getting to see them improve and getting starting roles here this year is very, very well done. This Wayne Hills team has been doing great, and I truly do see a very good team within them this year, and hopefully the rest of the season goes as well as these first two games have for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, I mean, this team has looked great so far. Obviously, they're playing against the last two games have been against two not as good opponents, but they're looking great with four rushing touchdowns in this game, 2 by Cantella, 2 by Seas, and then the one receiving touchdown by Matt Garahy. What are your thoughts on this defense this year?
Well, the defense as well is something that has stepped up as well. Manuel Dankwa has been one of the main defenders, as well as Joe Rena and Ben Cantella also playing defense as well as offense. And Guy Giordano as well as Matt Quagliana, I've heard their names a couple times, them getting tackles as well. Addis Velu as well, we saw him last year. So some great returning names, and also some names that are new to the starting defense have really stood out and especially on that special teams play as well. Can't forget about the special teams. Great way to recover the kick on the 3-yard line and run that one in immediately for another score. Now with 35 points within the first half, we're going to be starting off the second half with a running clock. That's something I don't think I've seen. I saw last year. Probably saw it a couple times in all 4 years of commentating, but last year I don't think we got to a running clock within the first half.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be great because they got this 35-point lead here, and it's going to give a little bit more opportunity on senior night for all these seniors to come out and play on our last season, which is really great to see.
Yes, that is right. It is senior night, so looking forward to see some seniors that don't start. A lot more seniors getting playing time. Like you said, who's going to be the starting tailback? You were saying it before.
Yeah, I believe I heard John Donato.
Oh, John Donato, yes.
Yes.
John Donato starting at tailback as the Wayne Hills Patriots come back to the field right now.
Yep. Thanks, Luca, for joining us tonight. It's been really great to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be back up here. And as always, go Wayne Hills Patriots.
Yep, of course. All right. That was Luca Yanuzzi there. As you heard, past announcer here for 4 years at Wayne Hills. Now, in the booth with us now, I'm Noah Sandler, Jason Hook with me. Jake Talerico was here in the first half. Now we have Jason Hook. Jason, what are your thoughts so far?
I mean, it has been an amazing game. It started off as more of a defensive-sided game as we saw a lot of stops, a couple of punts early on, and then that nice running touchdown from John Sees really set the tone for the rest of the game. He had that nice touchdown for, I believe it was 11, 12 yards. A few minutes later, we saw Mackay Gray with an amazing run after his catch, which really boosted that momentum and led to the other 4 touchdowns. And from now on, it's been a lot of runs. Quintella had a touchdown early on. Quintella had a second touchdown again. John Sees had his second touchdown. That's both running backs for this team with 2 touchdowns this game.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a run-heavy game, and that's what we heard going into this game. That was Demikov's game plan pretty much the whole time, to kind of make it more of a little bit of a run-heavy game, avoid any sort of turnovers, avoid anything like that. And they did that by running, and it's really worked out with Quintella and Sees, and hopefully we'll be seeing a few other running backs. Like I said, we're gonna be seeing John Donato. Maybe we'll see a little bit of Josh Beck, Nick Hogan, maybe even the sophomore Ashton Fava. We'll see what comes up in the second half here, as we're nearing the start here with a minute and a half until this game will get back underway. And in terms of Passaic's gameplay, they started off really strong. Their defense was great. First quarter, I believe Hills only scored the 1 touchdown going into the second, and then the defense, not quite sure what happened. They had that unfortunate turnover back at the 5-yard line on the punt where they touched it, and Hills was able to recover and score 2 touchdowns within the matter of a minute, which was really unfortunate for them. Their offense has looked pretty good. We've seen Jamar Diaz running the ball a lot. It's also been a run-heavy game for them as well. We've seen them passing also, as we see both teams taking the field here, getting ready to start off again.
Another thing I noticed was, especially on those runs, showing off that speed. Sees an amazing runner, same with Quintella. And then for the receivers, Mackay Gray had that amazing run after catch, as I mentioned before. And Matt Garrity, who had a receiving touchdown, breaking away from his defender, speeding off past him. And it was like second nature to him, just running past him and getting the easy touchdown.
And this will be the Indians to kick here of Passaic High School. Again, Passaic 1-1 going into this game, as well as Hills. Unfortunately, we don't have a full roster for Passaic, so We have a few numbers here. Out there right now is number 16 to kick for Passaic. We don't have his name, just his number. And here we go, and that kick is out of bounds. And there's the flag down on the field.
It was like an onside kick they attempted there. A little interesting to start off the second half.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a weird kick. Not sure if it was intentional, maybe more of a squib. Not really sure what they were trying to do, or it could have just been kind of a miss-hit there, a miss-kick. First down and 10 here at the 40-yard line for Hills. I believe we're hearing some Start Donato chants. Of course, they're referring to John Donato, the running back, who hasn't really gotten much playing time this year. Student section is looking for them as well as some of the other players.
Another new face on the field in the second half is Tyler Demikoff, the junior, who is going to start off in the second half of action.
Yep, Demikoff, the sophomore, got a little bit of playing time in the last game as well, as he quickly hands it off there for a gain of 1.
Tyler Demikoff is in at quarterback for the Patriots.
Now is handed off to Donato.
Ashton Fava, number 43 on the carry.
That was actually Ashton Fava on the carry, according to public address announcer.
Another run there for Wayne Hills. Like you said before, Demikoff's really looking to include that running game into their playbook.
Handed off again to Donato, who takes it in for a gain of 4, and he is down at the 39.
Brought down by Jamil Chalmers, number 6.
Great job there by Donato, one of the smaller players on the field, only 5'4", but man, can he move. He can really get past that defensive line with ease, as you just saw in that last play.
And here at Hills, it's a little bit misty, a little bit of rain. The visibility has decreased a little bit, and it's gotten a little bit cooler as the night has gone on. 3rd down and 7. Handed off to Donato again, and is taken down just short by 2 yards of the first down.
Number 67, Juan Telez on the tackle.
They will be punting on this play. And out there to punt is number 18, the junior, Matthew Quagliano.
Matt Quagliano, number 18, is into punt for the Patriots. With Jency Valdez to return that punt.
And that is picked up right there at the 1 yard line. That is where Passaic will be getting the ball.
The Patriots down the ball.
What a kick and what a play. As it looks like Tay Shim is limping off the field a little bit hurt, being helped by fellow junior Makai Gray.
Beautiful play there. That's the second time that Hills has stopped the ball within the red zone against this team. In fact, within the 5 yard line against this team. The first time they ended up getting the ball for it after a bit of a miscommunication and a drop catch from the punt returner on Passaic. And this time, they will, I believe also, no, they will be on defense this time.
Yeah, Passaic with the ball from their own 2-yard line, first down. That's handed off and taken for a run for the first down and more. Taken to the 20-yard line. That was Jameel Chalmers on the carry there, number 6.
And just when you thought Passaic was in a bit of a tough situation at their own 2, Chalmers with an amazing run as that'll put them up to about the 12.
Yeah, really great play calling just to kind of get it out of the end zone, avoid the safety, kind of get a little bit more clearance for the quarterback, Joe Jackson, to get to work. That's handed off to Diaz for a gain of 2 yards. It will now be second down and 8.
Number 52, Nick Krobovich on the tackle for the Patriots.
Their clock is kind of just winding down. It's a running clock here. 7 to go in the third quarter. Second down. And taken back for the pass. Plenty of time. And it was deflected and no good.
Pass intended for Jonathan Lucero, number 4, is incomplete.
It's now third down and 8 at the 22.
Looks like that pass was intended for Lucero, who on our sheet is actually listed as a defensive end and a linebacker. Seeing him before, he did a lot of blocking. It appears he's playing the tight end position here on offense.
Third down and 8 with 5:48 to go in the third quarter. And a timeout was called by the Indians. So the rain is really starting to come down here at Wayne Hills. People are starting to leave. Few umbrellas up, but the student section is not going anywhere. Of course, they're always going to stay for the fall game, even in a game like this, 35-0. Both teams in their huddle now after the timeout. Again, it's third and 8 at the 22. Back out on the field. And that's passed. And I believe that was a backwards pass. I'm not sure. But anyway, it was picked up by number 9 for Passaic to force the fourth down.
Yeah, that one was backwards. So, after that missed catch, you saw those Sills defenders going for it, and they just got it for a split second, and then that Passaic running back came around and took it.
Mackay Gray at about the 40-yard line to return the punt. And that was blocked and picked up by Hills.
Great block there from Tae Shim as Passaic go for that punt, and it was just easy from there. He got right past those blockers, and from there it was just a walk in the park to block that one.
And now Demikoff and the Patriots in the red zone at the 7-yard line. That's the 6-yard line. Looking to add on to the 35-point lead is Wayne Hills. And that's handed off to Donato, who gets taken down for no gain.
Donato on the carry, brought down by number 52, Washington Sanchez.
Three minutes and 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second down with 6 yards to go until the end zone. Flags are thrown.
Flag prior to the snap.
That will be a false start on Wayne Hills.
Correction, full start.
What's going to be unfortunate is that'll put the Patriots back another 5 yards. The clock running down here in the third quarter, just under 3 minutes left.
Botched snap there, but Demikoff is able to get on top of it. That was a pretty low snap there. Kind of fumbled it with his hands. Again, it's a wet ball here. It's raining here, but was able to recover it. It's now third down and goal from the 18.
You know, when the rain is coming down like this, and, you know, when it's late in the game, things start to get a little bit messy. And that botch snap was just a, sign of things going a little bit slower here in the game.
And that's handed off to Donato yet again for a gain of 2. So it will be fourth down from the 15-yard line. And it looks like they are going to go for it. Minute and 35 to go in the third quarter. Going forward on 4th and 15 to the goal line. And that is back to Demikoff, who hands it off to Donato again. And that will be a turnover on downs. Their first of the game, first time going forward on 4th down. Taken down at the 10-yard line for a turnover on downs. And out comes Joe Jackson and the Indians offense with a minute to go in the third quarter.
At that point, you just got to go for it. I mean, it's 15 yards to go on 4th and goal. Might as well put that other team back a few yards, possibly get another stop, and you're right back in the same place.
This third quarter is going a lot quicker than the first two did. There's been no scoring. They're just both teams just want to run out the clock. It's raining here. Hill sideline is pretty hyped up, excited that they're hopefully going to get this win. And that is taken for a carry by number 6. And he is finally run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That was Jamil Chalmers on the carry there. And that will take it to the end.
Guy Giordano there with a nice little stop. He looked to be at the defensive back position, so he had to run quite a while to get to that running back. Luckily, he just stopped him before he can get any more yards.
Yep, that takes us to the end of the third quarter. Wayne Hills up 35-0. Kind of the second team in here for Hills. A lot of guys we really haven't seen much this season at all, including Tyler Demikoff now at quarterback.
I mean, we saw a similar game just a week ago against JFK. I mean, it was an absolute blowout. Final score, I believe, was 35-7. It's looking like history is going to repeat itself as we head into the fourth quarter.
It's now a first down for Passaic. First down from the 35-yard line after that amazing run just now by Jamil Chalmers. And that's passed back to Chalmers, who's taking it to the 40. To the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And that is a touchdown for the Passaic Indians.
I mean, he just got right past them. He broke that defensive line, broke the linebackers. The only two people that were back were 85 Justin Wojciechowski and 14 Guy Giordano, and they could not keep up with how quick Chalmers is. I mean, he is a real speedster.
At first, there was really Diaz with most of the carries, and now it's Chalmers, who's been getting a lot more in this second half. That's their first scoring of the game, but still down 6 to 35.
You know, when you're down by this much, you know, might as well get the rest of your players some carries there. You know, get the depth going, give them that experience they have possibly for next year.
And that was a low snap there on the extra point. And Hills players came right in, tackled him, and avoided any sort of play.
That's the second time in the second half that they've had a botch play on special teams. A bit of a high snap led to Tay Shim blocking a punt by Passaic, and a low snap this time will stop Passaic from getting that field goal as the score remains 35-6.
Yep, 35-6, 11:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Now, Hills will likely be looking to get a few first downs, kind of run this clock out as much as they can. Hill student section still going strong, as I said before. Still pretty full, still excited. And kind of another squib kick again. And Matthew Garrahy is there to pick it up. And out will come Demikoff and the Patriots offense at the 35-yard line, which is the exact spot where Garrahy picked that ball up.
Garrahy's been doing pretty well this season. 7 receptions for 115 yards. Before this game, he had only one touchdown. He got a second one earlier on in the first half. And last game against JFK, he had that amazing kind of acrobatic fumble catch. He was kind of playing with it in the air and just barely got it right when it hit the ground.
And that's handed off to Donato. And is taken down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Number 67, Juan Tellez on the stop.
Rain is coming down very hard now.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Donato with another touch. Again, here on senior night, they're going to get a lot of more touches for these seniors on the team, especially players like Donato and Garrity, both on offense.
2nd down. And that's handed off to Donato again for a loss of 5.
Donato taken down by Armando Cordona, number 7. It will be 3rd and about 14.
10:33 to go in the 4th quarter. It's now 3rd down and 14.
Got a bit of a way to go, but it looks like this game might be set in stone already, even with 10 minutes left, as long as Passaic doesn't get more runs like that Jameel Chambers run just a few minutes ago.
And handed off to Donato again. And is down. It's now 4th down and 9. Haven't seen Demonkoff pass yet. Really just been a lot of handing it off. And now out comes the punt team.
I mean, even from Marina, he only threw the ball a few times. And, you know, for a player whose, main ability is that arm strength, it was surprising. Really, this Hills team is really focused on the running right now, especially with players like Quintella and Seas, who both had 2 touchdowns earlier, and now with Donato, who's getting the ball on pretty much every single drive.
There was a player down on the field. That was number 2, Jameer Diaz. And now back to punt, Matt Quagliana. That is punted to about touchdown at the 40-yard line. And Passaic will get the ball at the 24.
Again, a lot of far punts and kicks from this team. And this Hills defense has been great with their discipline, letting that ball roll out as far as possible before they touch it.
.8:46 to go in the 4th quarter. 1st down for Passaic at the 25. See, Joe Lucarello just came into the game. Sophomore. And that is ran for no gain.
Lucarello's brother, Nick Lucarello, was one of the star players here at Wayne Hills just a few years ago. He's now a sophomore in college.
There was a fumble on that play. It was recovered by Passaic. It's now 2nd down and 9. Actually, that's going to be, 2nd down and 9. And handed off to Chalmers again, who was finally pushed out of bounds by Guy Giordano at the 48-yard line. Nice run there by Chalmers. Another nice run here. He's really looked great so far in the second half.
Chalmers with another big run, just one possession after he had that amazing touchdown. After he ran half the length of the field just to get all the way there.
Again, the score 35-6 with 6:42 to go in the fourth quarter. First down here at the 47-yard line for the Indians. Tried for a type of trick play there, and it is fumbled and picked up by Wayne Hills at the 35-yard line.
Great job there. Dive in from Adam Hawani and an easy pickup there off the fumble.
Nice pickup there. Tried for some sort of flea flicker type of play there. Wasn't successful. Hills came swooping in to pick up that ball. 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the Indians' 35-yard line. Flag down on the field. And that will be a false start against Hills.
False start against the Patriots.
Now coming in again is John Donato for number 14. I believe Guy Giordano just came out of the game.
Giordano unfortunately wasn't able to get that touch on offense, but on defense he's really been showing off that speed, and I can believe, at the running back spot he can really do some damage.
5 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the fourth quarter as Hills is nearing their second win of the season. 1st down and 15. It's handed off to Donato again for no gain. Really like to see Demikoff pass it at least once. We haven't seen that at all. Just been running it for the time that he's been in this game.
Especially for a team with such a great history when it comes to passing. I mean, Noah Beta last year was a great passer. Joe Rena is showing signs of being an amazing passer as well. We'd like to see Demikoff, who will most likely start next year as he'll be a senior. We'd love to see him throw the ball and maybe show off what's to come.
2nd down and 15. Some motion in the back. Flag down on the play as Donato finds an open path and is out of bounds at the 35-yard line. That was a gain of 5, but there was a flag down on the field, and that will be taken back.
Penalty marker is down. Illegal shift against the Patriots.
Was an illegal shift.
Something I noticed was in the second half, not as many flags were being called as in the first half. I mean, first half, it felt like every other play there was a flag on the field.
Yep. I mean, they're just letting this clock run out. That's what everybody here wants to get this win in the bag and move on and focus on next week for the home game against Ridgewood.
I believe they just want to get out of the rain.
Yep. Second down, Donato again. Gain of 5. Gain of 6 to the 44-yard line.
Christopher Marte Felice, number 51, on the tackle.
Now third down. And here's Donato again on the carry. And finding some nice moves, and he's taken down at the 34.
Great job there by Donato. He was, nearing the out-of-bounds area, and he just got that change of direction to push himself forward.
At 4th down and 8 now. Looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field. With about 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Demikov passing. And that was intended for Adam Helwani, the receiver, but is not able to get a grip on that with the wet balls here in the rain. Now, Passaic with the first down after that turnover on down for Hills with 1 minute and 15 to go in the fourth quarter. And now under 1 minute to go. Hill student section chanting that they're ready for Valley in a few weeks. Just in a few weeks, we're going to be at Valley for an away game. It's going to be a tough matchup. But it seems like the student section here is looking forward to it, and hopefully the team is as well.
Yeah, I mean, after that boys soccer game, the last sport we announced, there was a lot of back and forth between Valley and Hills students, Valley and Hills players. It seems like, this rivalry is really getting together as, last year with less players in the stands, it couldn't, get as many people to come to these games. And now, last time for boys soccer was a huge turnout.
And that will do it here at Wayne Hills High School. Hills with the win in what turned out to be a very rainy night here. Players out there shaking hands, and that wraps things up here at Wayne Hills High School. Once again, the final score 35-6 with Wayne Hills winning. For Jason Hook and Jake Talerico, I am Noah Sandler, and we will see you next Friday for another home matchup against